darkness, I charge you with this sign. Mother and the night are mine. I teach you the mystery of rebirth. Look my mysteries in mirth. Hear my ears and speak with my tongue. Join to the heart and live. 5 points of this fellowship. I bring you ecstasy and rebirth. Speak with my tongue. All things living are my own. From me they come, and to me they go. I invoke you and call upon you. Brought by seed and root. Hear me with my ears and speak with my tongue. I invite you to come.
Hey everyone, the last Shoegazer here, bringing you another installment of About Last Nightmare. This is the collaborative movie review series that I've been enjoying for some time now with my good buddy Jason from Horrific Nightmares JM, where each week we check out a common film in our collection. He takes care of part one and gives the facts and figures and background information on the film, and I take care of part two and give our overall takeaway and rating on the film. And without further ado, last night we watched Pyewacket. This is a 2017 film from IFC Midnight and released by Scream Factory. And guys, I was completely blown away by this film. I went into it, I guess, with fairly high expectations whenever I heard that it was coming out. I wasn't sure who was going to be releasing it at the time. A couple years ago, there was just kind of a little bit of a creepy buzz going on about it. Looked like it was something kind of set in the woods. Wasn't quite sure, what it was going to be about, but I was really, really happy whenever I found out that Scream Factory was going to be putting it out, and I grabbed this DVD edition the day that it came out earlier last year. And yeah, lucked out because Jason got a hold of it too since that time. So we've been talking and decided to kind of get into some of our IFC Midnight Scream Factory releases here over the next couple of weeks. And starting with Pyewacket, we got off on the right foot here. So overall, this is kind of surrounding high schooler, a young lady who, along with her mother, is experiencing the loss of a father. And I'll be honest, pretty much everything that unfolds here, not quite to this extent, but kind of a very, very similar scenario. This definitely hit home with me. I lost my dad towards the end of my time in college, very tragically, and I was still, living at home, and my mom and I always had a really strong relationship, and ever since losing him, it's been different, and especially whenever it was really fresh, we both kind of, I think, wanted to grieve together, but unfortunately kind of did it in different ways, and it sort of, caused some stress and a little bit of a divide between us. And I couldn't help but kind of recall that and feel that as I watched, things unfold between the main female character and her mother. And these are the two main characters in the film. We see a lot of resentment as some things kind of change right from the beginning. The girl is really resenting her mom, and the mom's kind of dealing with things in a very different way. So yeah, definitely drew some similarities there. This really hit home with me, not only on a personal level, but just the creepy level in general. I mean, it just really creeped me out. Very atmospheric. I love anything set in the woods. Jason really dig this as well. Just super unsettling, creepy, unpredictable. I mean, not really many, if any, noticeable like jump scares. Everything's just really build up, a little bit of a slow burn as the story's unfolding, but you're kind of seeing where things are going. But just whenever you think you have it figured out, it kind of takes a little bit of a different turn, but it's always a satisfying turn. I feel like this, it kept me guessing. It kept me just wanting more, like around every corner. It's not really like a cheesy like creature feature. It's kind of within a similar vein, yet kind of sets itself apart from films like the Blair Witch Project, the Ritual, a little bit of that, even I'm even going to go out there and say that I found this to be kind of up there with the feel of The Exorcist. The creepy crawliness of that at points, the elements of possession and demonic presence. While that is a iconic classic, definitely some moments there that kind of made me think of that amazing horror film that was very groundbreaking. I would say this doesn't, invent anything new, but it is, I guess, inventive in a way that it doesn't really throw, all of the stereotypic stuff to the wall and see what sticks. I feel like they kind of went a deliberate different path here. As you can see, it's from the producers of The Witch, which I feel like is a highly, highly underrated horror film. Very stylized, just an awesome, almost like period piece, kind of surrounding, some really creepy black magic and witchery stuff going on, like back in Puritan times. I love The Witch, and I love how it was filmed, how it was made, the love and attention that went into that. And I feel like the filmmakers put, that similar love and attention into Pyewacket. Definitely kind of draws some similarities to that film. Obviously, it's made by the same people, but definitely sets itself apart. But yeah, I was messaging Jason left and right at points, telling him that it was like really creeping me out, and takes a good bit these days for horror to really, dig in and give me, chills. But there were a number of times that I definitely got chills with this, and I loved it. I loved it. So, Jason really enjoyed it as well. I think he was pretty floored by it. It was definitely a pleasant surprise. So we're giving this a 9 out of 10. Definitely recommend it if you're a fan of, like kind of Conjuring sort of movies. Definitely possession, witchcraft kind of stuff. Not that I'm into that personally, but from a moviegoer standpoint, I always enjoy those types of films. I think they're very creepy and unsettling, and this brings all of that to the table, and then some. Awesome setting, atmosphere, acting, all around. A really solid release from IFC Midnight and Scream Factory. Definitely recommend Pyewacket. Interested to hear your thoughts on it. And definitely check out Jason's part 1. And thank you for watching my part of the review. And until next nightmare, have a good one.